Okay, so I saw this on Twitter and it said name a song that should have ended up number one but didn't. And so I went on, and a lot of these are actually songs that went number two, but there's some other top tens and stuff on here as well. But I thought this was a fun prompt to do. First off, gotta talk some Mariah. Obviously, Can't Let Go was number two and would have been number one had I not pulled it from the shelves to promote the album Tommy Tired of That Man. But this is a great song, great ballad, especially love the bridge on here. She literally says, "Do you know the way it feels when all you have just dies?" Like, incredible, incredible, especially whenever she did it live and the whistle. Yeah, she's taking it. Definitely deserved that number one. Another Mariah Carey song that deserved it, Shake It Off. So Kanye blocked her and then she blocked herself with We Belong Together. But I think this one is super catchy. It's really fun to listen to. I love the vocals on here. I like the lyrics. Definitely one of my favorite songs on the album for sure. So would have loved to see it get that number one spot. Yes, there's other songs like Lover Boy and Endless Love with Luther Vandross that I'd like to see go number one. But these are the first two that came to mind. Since You've Been Gone, Kelly Clarkson. I found out this wasn't number one and I didn't know what to do with myself. I was so shocked because the classic that this is, just the way that it progresses is so great to listen to overall. Her vocals on here and the power that she has. I like the lyrics. I think it's super catchy. I like the production. And I've said this before, but Kelly Clarkson has really nailed that pop rock. There's not really anybody who does it better than her for the most part, that at least I can think of. And she gave us a classic with this. You Belong With Me, Taylor Swift. So I'm showing the Taylor's version, but whenever it was originally released in 2008, definitely deserved that number one. One for classics and for a reason, especially that bridge. It never gets old. This is one of her popular songs that I honestly don't mind hearing every single time it's performed, which is hard for me to say with a lot of artists because a lot of the big hits get really annoying, but some are just so classic they're able to push through, and that's what this is to me. And yeah, I always liked this song even before I really got into her catalog like that, and it really shows off her country songwriting prowess, so I enjoyed it. Next up, it's called Coming Back to Me Now by Celinedion. Wasn't a number one hit, and again, I just can't believe that this was a number one. Like, Celine, definitely one of the best vocalists of all time for sure, and just what she was able to do with this song and her vocal power, incredible, incredible. Love the production, love the writing on here, very quintessentially 90s. Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen, absolutely, absolutely. I believe this was a top 10. Yes, it can be overplayed, but it's really great with all the different sections that it has, and it's just a really cool listen. And for a song to be such a long moment, but it doesn't really feel like that because the way that they piece it together, yeah, this is definitely a classic. Complicated by Avril Lavigne. This song is, just a timepiece in the best way. I think it's super catchy. I like the vocal on here. I like the writing. Definitely got to be one of the best songs of that year for sure. Work It, Missyelliott. The fact this didn't go number one, it haunts me because what she did on the song, it has to be studied. I'm sorry. The way that she slid on that beat, she did something magical. I'm telling y'all, like, she really ate this song up. It's so much fun to listen to. I like the personality that she shows on this track. I like the songwriting on here a lot. And yeah, definitely a quintessential song of that era once again, and really deserved that number one spot in my opinion. Next up, we got Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus. Classic, you know it, you love it. Survivor, Destiny's Child. I really would have thought this was a number one, and surprisingly it wasn't. But I mean, it has number one written all over it. She literally said, "Thought we wouldn't sell without you, sold 9 million." And then every time they performed it live, she kept updating their certifications. And there's a video of it. I love Petty Beyonce. Definitely eat. I love the suspense with all the production. I love the vocals from all of them. Michelle carries a bridge in only the way that she can. I really enjoy Kelly Rowland's contribution to it well. Yeah, Destiny's Child is in its best form when it's these three. Everyone want to say DC4, but DC3 is superior in my heart, and they ate with this. A smash hit that deserved that number one. Bad Romance by Lady Gaga. I mean, she had a lot of pop hits, and this certainly deserved that top slot in my opinion, and she ate with this. Levitating by Dualipa. Yup, absolutely. Dua Lipa has not had a number one in her career yet, in the United States at least, and she definitely deserved it, especially with Levitating. And some people might say, oh, the remix was trash. It did not need a remix. I don't know why they chose to do it, but it's actually a chop. It's perfect as is. Really enjoyed the production, the way that she glides over it, and the lyrics. It's super catchy. It was a big hit for a reason, and the song had multiple hits off it, but I decided to go with this one. If I Ain't Got You, Alicia Keys. This was at number 4, I believe, and definitely one of her best songs, so wanted to mention it. Into You, Arianagrande. I love this song down. I love this song down, so I would have really loved to see her get a number one with this. This should have been number one for such a long time, what she was able to do with it. It's pop perfection, one of the best songs in the album. I hold in high regard. Another Ariana Grande one, No Tears Left to Cry. I believe this one peaked at number 3, And this was just such a great way to start off this era, in my opinion. I think it's fun, it's light, it's a great pop record, and just what she was able to do with this, it still sounds great. It really does, and it's really a testament to what they were able to do with their production on it, and a hit for years to come. So I really love it. Would have liked to see it get number one. And then Until You Come Back to Me, Aretha Franklin. This peaked at number three again, I believe. And I really enjoyed it. This is one that Stevie Wonder wrote for her, and this is definitely one of my favorite Aretha songs. Got to be top five for me in her catalog so far. I love her vocals and the interpretation that she really put on it, because I listened to his version and it's definitely different. So the flair that she adds onto it in only a way that she can. The Queen of Soul for a reason. I love the production on here. I love the writing by Stevie Wonder. It has it all. A classic. Rhythm Nation, Janet Jackson. This song is just iconic, especially that video. Yeah, they did what had to be done, plain simple. And I just really enjoyed like the lyrical sentiments of it, talking about with music by her side to break the color lines and kind of just trying to transcend race and a lot of other social issues that we deal with in the best way that we can and ultimately come out on top. And I just think that it's a really fascinating piece. I like the vocals on it, and the intensity that she had with it, because a lot of people act like Janet can't sing and like she doesn't have that power in her voice. She can go off if she wants to, but I really enjoyed it. The production on here, Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, and yeah, the lyrics, everything on the song is great. Another Janet song I would have liked to see go number one, Someone to Call My Lover. I think that this is a great song. I really like the sample, I believe, that's on it. Shout out to Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, because they're always going to find a good sample, and I like the lyrics in here. I just think that this is a fun, light pop song. Would like to see it go number one. Last one I have today, Cinderella by Britney Spears. I screamed this from the mountaintops, but this one deserved to be a smash hit. And the fact that you have Max Martin producing a song and it's as great as this and it didn't release it as a single, I want to know whose decision that was, because this song is just excellent. I will tell anybody that who will listen. I enjoyed her vocals. I like the grit that she had with it. I like the lyrics. She's like, I'm sorry for running away like this, but yeah, like, I'm not just gonna sit around here and let you treat me bad. Like, I'm just gonna do like my own thing. I'm gonna thrive, and period. Especially that bridge, Oh She Ate. And I also really like the production here. Obviously, like, this song had all the makings of a pot hit, and the fact that it wasn't, it don't sit right with me. It don't. So I obviously have to give this one appreciation yet again. So yeah, those are the ones that I went with. Like I said, I automatically went with a lot of songs that went number two, because that's always the one that kind of stands out to me most. Songs that almost got there, but they quite didn't. So it stings a little bit more. Would have liked to see it descend to that number one spot. But we got some good top tens in here. And I mean, Cinderella wasn't even released as a single, unfortunately. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments of this. Do you agree with my picks? Do you disagree with my picks? Which songs would you like to see go number one by your favorite artist? Songs that you think had a smash hit potential. And let's continue that conversation.